Hello and welcome to the spot. If this is your first time here. My name is Carson, and to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Today we'll be reading chapter 2 of our chapter book. Junie Jones has a monster under the bed. So a little recap if you wasn't here with us for chapter 1. Junabe had school pictures. She didn't like how the photographer took her pictures. One of her friends were very photogenic and their pictures came out great. When they went to take their class picture, one of Junabe Jones' classmates informed her that there are monsters under her bed. So we're gonna finish reading. We're gonna start, chapter 2, and see what happens next. All right, just just say right. After school pictures, we went back to room 9. I put my head down on the table. There's no such thing as monsters. There's no such thing as monsters, I whispered to just myself, 'cause my very own daddy told me that. And he wouldn't even lie to me, probably. Miss said for me to sit up in my chair. She passed out work for us to do. It was called printing our letters only. I didn't actually feel like doing that. I tapped on my bestest friend's name, Lucille. Guess what, Lucille? There's no such thing as monsters. There's really not. And so a monster doesn't even lie under my bed, probably. Right, Lucille? Right. Shh. I'm doing my letters, she said. Yes, Lucille. I know you are doing your letters, only I just want to tell you about the monster, 'cause he's not even real, right? Lucille didn't say right. How come you're not saying right, Lucille? Just say right, okay? Just say monsters are not real, and I won't even bother you anymore. All of a sudden, Lucille did a mad breath. Now look what you made me do, Junabe. You made me ruin my big G. I told you not to bother me. She quickly grabbed her paper and ran to Miss to fix it. I tapped my fingers on the table, then I turned around and looked behind me. I smiled at a boy named Crybaby William. Guess what, William? There's no such thing as monsters. And so a monster doesn't even live under my bed, probably, right, William? Right? William moved his seat over. I followed him in my chair. I'm right, don't you think, William? A monster really does not live under my bed, does he? Plus, also, he doesn't put my head in his mouth. William slid his chair over some more. I scooted after him. Just say right, okay, William? Just say there's no monster under my bed, and I will be on my way. William picked up his chair. He carried it all the way to the middle of the floor. That's that's how come I had to carry my chair to the middle of the floor too. I sat down and smiled very sweet. Right, William? I'm right, aren't I? I said. Only too bad for me, 'cause just then I felt a hand on my shoulder. I looked up. It was Miss. I did a gulp. Hello, how are you today? I said, kind of nervous. Miss zoomed my chair back to my table. It was not fun. I quick picked up my pencil. Guess what? I'm going to do my work now, I said. Plus, also, I'm not even going to talk, 'cause I don't actually like anyone in this area. Mrs. tapped her foot at me. Love your shoes, I said really soft. Her foot kept tapping. Only just then a very great thing happened, and it's called the bell ringing for the end of school. I hurried up out the door, and then me and my other best friend named Grace ran into the bus together. Grace, guess what? There's no such thing as monsters. And so I don't even have one under my bed, probably. Right, Grace? Right? That Grace didn't say right. That's how come I grabbed her by her shoulders and I jiggled her. and jiggled her. 'Cause I was fed up with these people. That's why. Excuse me. How come you don't say right, Grace? Excuse me. How come nobody will say right? 'Cause I'm getting at the end of my rope with this thing. That Grace took my hand off her shoulder. I can't say right because a monster really might live under your bed, Junabe. Excuse me, she said. My eyes got big and wide at her. No, Grace, no. Don't say that. Do not say a monster might live under my bed, 'cause that cannot even be true. Or else I would have spotted that guy by now. No, you wouldn't, she said. My big sister said that monsters can turn themselves invisible when you look at them. And so that's how come nobody ever sees them. That Grace looked serious at me. That makes sense, don't you think, huh, Junabe? Right? Just then, my throat got dry and my stomach got shaky. I looked out the window very upset and I did not say right. All right, that's the end of chapter 2. We'll see what happens next for Miss Junabe Jones, excuse me, and the monster under her bed. See you soon. Bye bye.